Well, there was once an old woman, and she was a lively old woman, don't you know? She lived with her son and her daughter-in-law. And every night when it was possible, the old woman would go into the village. And if there was a party going on, as soon as the band tuned up, she was the first one out of her chair, hitched up her skirts, whirled round the room. When the cards were brought out for the playing, her purse was the first one open and her few pennies the first on the table. And on those cold, foggy, damp nights, as oft as not, she would stop off at the tavern for a toddy or two on her way home. It was purely medicinal, simply to warm her old bones. Well, her son and her daughter were proper folk, don't you know? God save us from proper folk. They were embarrassed by the way their old mother carried on. They did everything they could think of to get her to settle down, stay at home, sit by the fire with her knitting, as befit a woman her age. But nothing worked. Finally, the daughter-in-law had had enough. She called her husband in from the field. She sat him down by the fire and she said, "This is what we are going to do. Your mother is going to the dance in town tonight. It'll be chilly when she gets out. Like as not, she will have stopped off at the tavern. Her head will be addled with whatever it is she's been drinking. You are to wrap yourself in one of my fine linen sheets. And you are to go and you are to hide next to the stile over which your old mother must climb. And then you are to jump up and you are to holler and you are to moan and you are to wave your arms, and she will be sure that it's the buckadoo out there after her. You will frighten every last bit of frivolity out of her, and she will sit at home by the fire with her knitting as befits a woman are going to do."